Veteran defensive end Calais Campbell was introduced in Miami Tuesday after recently signing a contract with the Dolphins. The soon-to-be 38-year-old who played his college ball at the University of Miami is entering his 17th season in the NFL and says while he did think about retirement, he believes that joining the Dolphins offered him a chance to win his first Super Bowl. Campbell adding, quote, "I think that this defense is going to be a top, very top. I don't want to go too crazy, but it's going to be a really good defense." Meanwhile, Calais' former team, the Atlanta Falcons, announcing owner Arthur Blank and quarterback Matt Ryan will be inducted into the Falcons Ring of Honor this season. Blank purchased the team in 2002 and recently received the Sports Business Journal's Lifetime Achievement Award. Matt Ryan played 14 seasons with the Falcons and released this statement saying, quote, "Honored and humbled to be inducted into the Ring of Honor. Thank you to Mr. Blank and the entire organization." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
As you know, summer is right around the corner, and for most people, that means more activities, more golf, more biking, more of whatever you love to do. But if you're dealing with aches and pains, your more could become less. This is why I'm here to tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. You see, instead of masking your pain, Relief Factor's formula is designed to help reduce or even eliminate it. It's 100% drug-free, and it's been a game changer for so many people. So let's get after it this summer. Let's feel good. Let's do more of the things that we love to do. Don't let pain keep you down. Give Relief Factor a try and save on your first order. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. Help fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. And it is, I checked, it's a Wednesday, the 19th day of June, 2024, Juneteenth. It is a federal holiday, and you are going to find that government agencies are closed. That includes the mail, and banks are closed. Schools are, well, they're already off for the summer, but they would be closed as well. So it is a national holiday. And coming up, we've got to look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. Yeah, we'll go in depth with the weather. And, well, in the news that you might not have heard, the U.S. Surgeon General is calling on social media to include health warnings for kids. Dr. Vivek Murthy says that it's time to require a warning label on social media. I guess, you know, you can lead a kid to a Tide Pod, but you can't make him eat it. Yes. Morning, Jared.
Good morning.
Well, yesterday we lost the absolute best baseball player ever.
Oh, yeah.
Willie Mays.
Yep. I know you have a great admiration for Willie Mays.
Growing up, that was my idol. And between Willie Mays and Lenny Moore of the, at the time, Baltimore Colts, both wore number 24. I wanted to wear number 24. And anyway, it didn't work out that way. Typically, like in baseball, the uniforms that fit me were all numbered 1 or 2. You know, they were the numbers on the baseball uniforms were based on size. So it never happened. But anyway, the Imperial Valley's Doug Harvey would come back to the Valley from time to time. Now, Doug Harvey is in the Hall of Fame as an umpire, something like a 30-year Major League Baseball career, and was basically, by the players, by the managers, coaches, considered God with a small g, okay? He wasn't pretentious, but he was always right. And several times, and I know Mr. Harvey had been asked the question many times before, who's the best baseball player you've ever seen? And he never hesitated to say, Willie Mays. And not only is the best baseball player I ever saw, but he's the best baseball player ever. And Willie had all the tools, every single one of them that some players have shown 3 or 4, but Willie Mays had 10, to include a perpetual smile and a very positive attitude. So
that's most important. That's probably why he was the best.
He played the game, and it was a game, and it was fun. Exactly. How about some birthdays today?
All right, birthdays.
Okay, actor Jenna Rollins is 94. Spanky of Spanky and Our Gang. Spanky of the Little Rascals Gang, his daughter. Spanky McFarlane is 82. Actor Felicia Rashad, 76. Singer Ann Wilson of Heart, 74. Larry Dunn of Earth, Wind, and Fire, 71. Actor Kathleen Turner, 70. Singer Mark DeBarge of DeBarge, 65. Paula Abdul is crazy. She's 62. Actor Mia Sarah, remember her from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 57. Actor Jean Desjardins is 52. Actor Robin Tooney is 52. Actor Bumper Robinson, 50. Actor Poppy Montgomery is 49. Actor Ryan Hurst is 48. Actor Zoe Saldana, 46. Actor Neil Brown Jr., 44. Actor Lauren Lee Smith, 44. Singer Macklemore is 42. Actor Paul Dano is 40. Actor Giacomo Giannotti is 35. Actor Chaco Modu is 34. Actor Atticus Schaefer, 26. Local birthdays coming up.
Now you can get the best right here in the Imperial Valley. Premium beef from Ah Beef. Ah Beef is family owned and operated by the Lofton family and delivers premium beef from our farm to your fork. How good is Ah Beef? The herd is bred from some of the finest genetic lines of Angus and Holstein cattle raised in Texas, and now you can get it locally at Ah Beef at 28 Shank Road in Brawley by Del Rio Country Club with all your favorite cuts of meat. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., or you can visit ahbeef.com and order online. That's ahbeef.com. Ah Beef offering you premium meats from our farm to your fork.
We have happy birthday wishes for Charlie McKinley, Annabella Alvarez, Sebastian Madrigal, Ryan Reese, Mary Saenz, Judy Bryant, Anna Quinones, John Gutierrez, Albert Moreno, Shirley Barber, Ann Morris, Christian Gonzalez, Manuel Castellanos, Lorena Garcia, Emily Alvarado, Eric Avila, Rosario Gurele, Julia Nangoyan, Cristina Duarte, Liborio Cerros, Cristabella Alvarez, Rayla Herrera, Johnny Johnson, Jessica Diaz, Nicole Vollmer, Angela Levis, Anthony Green, Joseph Dorame, and happy birthday, Ray Derma. And coming up, a look at news before we get there. I guess I wouldn't say it's only in L.A., but an AutoZone store in L.A. was looted by an invading mob. I guess the really neat thing about living in Los Angeles is that pretty much everything is free if you can run fast enough.
They had to restock on brake fluid.
I guess.
Yeah.
We've got news, real news. Starting off with a look at California news headlines and what's going on around the world, all brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
California headline news. Nearly 20 fires burning in the state right now, leaving the skies filled with smoke, which you're breathing if you smell it.
There's very tiny particles that you can breathe in that go into your lungs, as well as other things that are burning, other ingredients to that, the burning object. Ralph
Borman with the Bay Area Air Quality Management District recommending you spend as much time as possible indoors if there's smoke nearby. An Oakland man accused of firebombing a UC Berkeley police car. Casey Goonan arrested and suspected in 3 other campus arson incidents where students say they aren't surprised.
That's exactly what protest is supposed to be. It's supposed to make people uncomfortable.
Groups against the war in Gaza claiming responsibility for the fires, admitting they were retaliation for how other student protesters have been treated. One of baseball's all-time greats, Willie Mays, the subject of heartfelt tributes after word of his death Tuesday at the age of 93. Mays spent more than 2 decades as a member of the Giants, first in New York, then in San Francisco, where he lived his final years. Jeff Scott, California News.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
CBS News Brief. A darkening sky, high winds, and rough surf in Galveston, Texas, where they're bracing for what's expected to be the first named storm of the hurricane season. Connor Schultz works at a marina on Padre Island.
Some people went out fishing. A lot of the guides canceled their trips and stuff. And just, people just getting their boats out of the water and stuff so they don't float away.
Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un have signed a pact at a summit in North Korea. Here's Putin through an interpreter.
We very much appreciate your consistent and permanent support of the Russian policy, including in the Ukrainian issue.
3 young victims are in critical but stable condition after a home exploded and collapsed in Syracuse, New York. Mayor Ben Walsh.
Neighbors were on scene immediately and helping out as best they could.
He says there was a heavy odor of natural gas and investigations underway. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
And World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane. They have 3 locations in the valley. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
In KXO News, happy Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth. Here's Carroll Buckley.
It is a federally recognized holiday, and all non-essential government agencies will be closed. Don't expect mail service or banks to be open. Juneteenth has been a federal holiday since 2021 and marks the day that slaves in Texas learned that they had been freed by President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, the executive order that outlawed slavery in Confederate states beginning January 1st, 1863. Most businesses will operate normally. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, thank you, George. All right, we have he just talked about Juneteenth. We have another arrest in a Yuma homicide. Yuma County's sheriff's deputies have made a second arrest in a June 6, 2024 murder investigation. Fernando Malta, 34, of Somerton, Arizona, was arrested on Tuesday. The arrest of Malta is the second in the murder of 29-year-old Eric Cruz of Yuma. On June 11, 2024, Brittany Garcia, 30, of Somerton, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Malta was booked into Yuma County Detention Center on charges of first-degree murder, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, attempted arson, evidence tampering, and other charges. KXO News Time 7:42.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And we have an update on the Brawley fire. The city of Brawley has released more information on the Monday night fire. Here's George Gale.
Shortly after 6 p.m. Monday, the Brawley Fire Department responded to reports of a fire in a building at 395 West E Street. On arrival, firefighters confirmed that a significant fire was in progress and immediately issued a third alarm, requesting mutual aid from other fire departments. Responding with the Brawley Fire Department was the Brawley Police, Public Works, Imperial County Sheriff's Office, Imperial County Fire, El Centro, Calipatria, Westmoreland, and Hopeville Fire Departments, and the AMR Ambulance Service. The American Red Cross provided canteen services for the first responders. The fire was contained into the interior of the building. Cause of the blaze remains under investigation. There were no reports of injuries. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And there will be a DUI checkpoint. The Brawley Police Department will operate a DUI driver's license checkpoint on Friday. The checkpoint will be in operation from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. in the 900 block of Main Street. According to Brawley Police, the checkpoint is located based on information showing incidents of impaired driving-related incidents. Funding for the program is provided by a grant from the California Highway Patrol Cannabis Tax Fund grant program. According to Sergeant Gutierrez of the Brawley Police Department, impaired drivers put others on the road at significant risk. Any prevention measures that reduce the number of impaired drivers on our road significantly improves traffic safety. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. At El Centro Motors in the Broadley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Don't forget about their mobile service. They come to you at no additional charge.
Did you know that your local grocery outlet is independently owned and operated by folks in your community? Unlike traditional grocery stores, this allows us to better serve our customers and the communities in which we operate. We support local schools and charities like helping fire departments with toy drives. We also donate thousands of items each year to food pantries in your neighborhood. Stop by your local grocery outlet today and see what we've been up to.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
And it's page 2 of the local news with weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beers, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course, happy hour 3 till 6 every day.
Ambriz found guilty. Stephen George Ambriz has been found guilty of murder. Here's George Gale.
An Imperial County jury returned a verdict of guilty on 3 counts, 3 of the 4 counts, including murder in the first degree. Ambriz was convicted of killing Jordan Schmidt in December of 2021. Schmidt's body was found on the outskirts of Brawley, just off Western Avenue. Investigators determined that Ambriz took Schmidt to the site at gunpoint and executed him. Ambriz had been charged with 4 counts, including first-degree murder, kidnapping, felon in possession of a firearm, and felon in possession of ammunition. Ambriz was found guilty on all counts except kidnapping. Sentencing is scheduled for August 8th. Ambriz is facing up to 75 years to life. The case was prosecuted by Senior Deputy District Attorney Margaret Tafoya. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
It's getting hot, and there will be a Beat the Heat Walk and Health Fair. Intercare hosting an event at the Ivy Mall. It is a 1-mile Beat the Heat Walk and Health Fair. It will be held inside the Ivy Mall on June 22nd. It starts at 9:30 a.m. The event is part of the mall's Get Fit program that offers residents a safe and cool place to get their steps in throughout the year. Those participating in the walk can register for free beginning at 8:30 on June 22nd at the mall entrance south of the carousel. A ribbon cutting to introduce the new Get Fit program will be held at 9:15 a.m. prior to the walk. The health fair will run from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. in the middle of the mall between Macy's and the food court. It's a great place to get some steps in. And the Salton Sea Authority Board meets. The Salton Sea Authority Board will meet on Thursday. Here's George Gale.
The meeting will start at 10 a.m. and will be held in the Coachella Valley Water District Administration Building in Palm Desert. Meeting will be available on Zoom. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And ICSO deputy recognized, Imperial County Sheriff's deputy was recognized he was recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Senior Deputy Duke Tanuvasa received the 2024 MAD Law Enforcement and Persecutors Recognition Award. Each year, MAD recognizes law enforcement, prosecutors, first responders, and probation officers with 25 or more driving under the influence arrests for taking impaired drivers off the road. Tanuvasa made 32 DUI arrests in the year of 2023. It's got to be a high score. We have weather coming up next. KXO News Time, 7:49.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. June specials include Firestone Walker, 16 ounce, just $6, 22 ounce, $8, and French dip sandwiches. Burgers and Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says after one more day of near normal temperatures, the region will begin to heat back up as strong high pressure builds back into the area. Hot temperatures with highs around 110 degrees across the Imperial and Yuma valleys expected through the weekend. Today will be sunny with a high near 104, south wind about 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest in the afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 76, west wind about 10 miles an hour, becoming south after midnight. The winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Sunny tomorrow with a high near 108, west-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. By the way, the high yesterday, 101, the overnight low is 72. Right now, we have 79 degrees downtown, 65% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy. Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Willie Mays, whose unmatched collection of skills made him the greatest, not only center fielder, but baseball player who ever lived, died yesterday afternoon. He was 93. The Say Hey Kid left an indelible mark on the sport, with his name a constant throughout baseball's record book. His defensive prowess epitomized by the catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series, second to none. But people don't see oftentimes is the throw that followed that incredible catch. Taking a look at scores around Major League Baseball, the Marlins nipped the Cardinals 9-8 in 10 innings. Reds slipped by the Pirates 2-1. Phillies edged the Padres 4-3. It was the Mariners over the Guardians 8-5. Diamondbacks shut out the Nationals 5-0. Yankees, they yanked the Orioles 4-2. Red Sox edge the Blue Jays 4-3. Braves beat the Tigers 2-1. Twins topped the Rangers 7-6. Same score, Mets over the Rangers 7-6. Cubs beat the Giants 5-2. White Sox shut out the Astros 2-0. Dodgers beat up on the Rockies 11-9. Brewers over the Angels 6-3, and the Athletics beat the Royals 7-5.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come see us. We have services and locations at Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, the PGA Tour has created a special sponsor exemption for 15-time major champion Tiger Woods, and Woods alone, based on his exceptional lifetime achievement. The tour told its members in a memo Tuesday night the sponsor exemption would be available for Woods to compete in the 8 signature events, which feature limited fields with increased prize money and FedEx Cup points. Woods is an 82-time winner on the PGA Tour, wouldn't otherwise qualify for the signature events because he isn't playing enough competitive golf after returning to the tour in 2021. And Kansas is making a serious run at becoming the new home of the reigning Super Bowl champions. Well, they're going to move across the river, apparently, from Missouri to Kansas. The Chiefs, hey, that's still Kansas City. One is KCMO, the other is KCKC. That's it, for that matter. KCKC, the first radio station I had a paying job at. Anyway, that's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. And it's financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Juneteenth, it's a federal holiday, and, the stock market hit the pause button. Meanwhile, NVIDIA, Wall Street's artificial intelligence poster child, is now the most valuable company in the world, taking the crown from Microsoft. NVIDIA's market capitalization closed at roughly $3.34 trillion on Tuesday, edging past Microsoft with only $3.32 trillion value. Apple is the third most valuable company in the U.S. They've got a measly $3.27 trillion market cap. NVIDIA shares closed 3.5% higher yesterday. Microsoft shares fell 0.5%. Apple shares lost 1.1%. NVIDIA earlier this month joined the tech giants in becoming the only U.S. companies to cross a $3 trillion market cap. NVIDIA is the leader of the tech behemoth Magnificent Seven stocks that have driven much of the stock market's returns since the artificial intelligence frenzy overtook Wall Street last year. The company's stock is up roughly 174% for the year and was the S&P 500's index's best performer in 2023. Meanwhile, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has further cut its large stake in BYD, which vies with Tesla as the world's largest electric car maker, as global trade tensions escalate over the Chinese EVs. The legendary investors conglomerate sold another 1.35 million Hong Kong-listed shares of BYD June 11th, trimming its stake. The sale was valued at 310.5 million Hong Kong dollars. That's about 40 million US dollars. It's the first major sale of BYD shares by Berkshire in 10 months. The 14th since August 2022, when it started gradually reducing its stake in China's top EV maker. BYD shares had closed at a record high in June of that year. Again, the market's closed. It's Juneteenth.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 104, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 76. West wind about 10 miles an hour, becoming south after midnight. Those winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow is sunny with a high near 108, west-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Right now, we have 80 degrees downtown, 62% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. You'll find them at 4th and Heil in El Centro. Just ahead, CBS News on the hour.
Oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. The weather system heading for the Texas Gulf Coast is now strengthened into the first tropical storm of the season. It's named Alberto. Jesse Rojas, an official in the Corpus Christi area, will be monitoring possible flooding.
The rain is coming, and we're preparing for it, and that's what we're asking the community to do, is to prepare for the oncoming blessings that we're going to get in the form of rain.
Forecasters say some places could get more than a foot of rain. CBS's Dave Malkoff is covering.
Here on Galveston Island, a popular beach in the Houston area, this water is very, very warm. The Earth does us a favor by absorbing 90% of its warming here in the oceans, but it comes with a trade-off. This is jet fuel for hurricanes and tropical storms.
Thousands of people are concerned in southern New Mexico after fleeing a major wildfire.
I don't even know if our house is left yet.
Some 500 structures have been destroyed by flames. At least one death has been reported. CBS's Omar Villafranca says the governor has declared a state of emergency.
To get here, we had to drive through some thick smoke. We saw some burned out cars and some burned out structures and some hot spots, and crews are going to be working all day to try to get these fires under control.
11 people were injured when a two-story house collapsed in Syracuse, New York. Some nearby say they thought they heard an apparent explosion ahead of time. District Fire Chief Matthew Craner is investigating.
From an investigatory standpoint, we're keeping all avenues open. We're very early in the investigation. We are not settled on any one particular thing.
Now to the UK. CBS's Vicky Barker in London has more on vandalism at a sacred place.
No! As an onlooker shouts no, two protesters from the Just Stop Oil group run up to Stonehenge and start spraying the ancient stones with orange powder paint. One visitor manages to wrestle a spray can from one of the activists, but not before 3 of the standing stones are splotched with orange.
Many online tributes hail Willie Mays as the greatest baseball player ever. Mays, one of the game's legends, died yesterday at 93. He combined power, speed, and grace during a career that spanned from the mid-1950s to the early 1970s, mostly with the New York and San Francisco Giants. Former big leaguer Harold Reynolds spoke with CBS Mornings.
He paved the way for so many, the charisma, the personality, but just his enduring love for other people. It didn't matter what color, what race. He cared who you were.
Mays was a 2-time National League MVP on his way to the Hall of Fame. Wall Street quiet today to mark Juneteenth. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024, Bank of America, N.A.
A streaming giant is taking steps into brick and mortar.
I've always loved you, Colin. There's nothing that makes me happier than being with you.
Netflix houses are opening in former department store locations at the King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania and the Galleria in Dallas next year. The company says they'll bring beloved shows like Bridgerton and Squid Game to life.
I want to know how you can do these horrible things to people.
Netflix says they'll offer viewers immersive experiences, allow them to indulge in retail therapy, and get a literal taste of show faves with unique food and drink offerings year-round. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Government officials say Dollar Tree stores failed to effectively recall lead-tainted applesauce pouches linked to illness in more than 500 kids. The FDA says pouches remained in some Dollar Tree store shelves for 2 months after the recall was announced. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.